If you're new to our From the Pasture podcast, this is one of our special pre-sale episodes. Our regular shows feature ranch stories, breeder interviews, and cattle knowledge, but today we're focusing specifically on this weekend's Texas Longhorn sale.
So if you're wanting to learn more about Texas Longhorn cattle markets, or you're a registered Texas Longhorn breeder looking to expand your herd, you'll want to tune in to today's episode. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Molly. We're the owners of Hired Hand Software and Hired Hand Live, and we're excited to bring you a closer look at this upcoming sale.
In today's episode, we'll be talking with the sale host about consignments, sale details, and what to watch for in the ring.
You can view consignments at hiredhandlive.com and, in most cases, visit the consignor's Hired Hand-powered websites to learn more. Now let's jump into this weekend's sale preview.
I'm here with Dan Huntington and Luke Multhauf, two of the sale hosts for the upcoming Great Northern Classic, which is held in Gresham, Wisconsin. Dan, Luke, and I will be talking about the sale details, sponsors, consignments, and the consignors. As we talk about the consignments, you can follow along on hiredhandlive.com, and if you want to dig deeper, take a look at the consignors' Hired Hand websites. Let's get into it. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
Well, welcome, Luke. It's your first time on a podcast.
It sure is.
Are you excited?
Yeah, to be here with Dan and you.
Right. You should be.
Well, Luke, we have heard Dan's introduction about himself several times. Tell us yours.
Here we go.
Well, this will be my 10th sale that I'll be attending. I've attended all 10 of them. We started out, that's how we got into registered Texas Longhorns, was our first annual Great Northern Longhorn Classic, and we've been hooked ever since. So we're located in Rubicon, Wisconsin, Ruby Valley Ranch, my wife Jackie and my 3 girls.
I guess I didn't know that tidbit about you all, that the very first sale that you went to was the Wisconsin sale.
Yep.
The inaugural.
Mike Field got us hooked on Longhorns.
So it was Mike that got you introduced to them.
Yep.
Nice. And did you purchase at that very first sale too?
Yep, 2 of them.
Nice. That's a fun story. Well worth having the sale then every year.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So this is the 10th anniversary of the sale, and it's still it seems like every single year there's more new people from the Midwest and even farther that come every year, which is kind of cool that they'll drive all the way to Wisconsin to come to a Longhorn sale.
It's because Wisconsin's a really nice state, Jamie. You should know that.
And 5D Ranch.
And yeah, there's that too.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Do either of you have any advice? Maybe Luke, this could be for you too. Any advice for people who are considering getting into Longhorns that may be coming to this sale, since you purchased your first cattle from this sale?
Absolutely. My biggest thing is buy what you want to look at. Everybody talks about pedigrees, but my big thing, I like to look at cows, and I only have a couple of them, so I buy what I want to look at, and hopefully the pedigree is there to back it and produce some nice offspring.
Either of you have any advice for somebody who wants to host a sale in their region of the U.S.?
I would say first thing, make it family oriented, make people want to stay around the sale like we do at Dan's sale.
Luke's sale.
Make sure everybody wants to stay around and have a group events like we do. It keeps everybody together and around the cattle and around the sale itself. So.
Yeah, I guess my biggest point with this, and I've talked to a lot of different sale hosts across the country, and one of the big things is, start with what you can handle. Don't try and reinvent the wheel all the time. Do a good job and do it consistently, and people will come. It's cool to add your little flair to your region. So that's important to do, to add to your sale, to add your own little stamp on it. But the rest of the logistics, you don't have to change everything. And like Luke said, different sales are a little different in different regions. The family-oriented type sale and stuff like that, if it's in the location that handles it, i.e. like on the ranch or whatever like that, it works out really good. It does bring in young families, the new type of people that we want to bring into our industry. And yeah, that's a couple of things to consider. And it's okay. You can start out small and build upon it. That's kind of what we did. When we started this event, it was just a sale. The first year, we sat around joking about Joe and him were giving us a hard time about, well, maybe you'll get to 10 trailers here. And that's about what we had the first year. But it's steadily grown and grown. And the last couple of years, I don't even know how many trailers and how many people have actually, we usually have about 200, 250. The barn is packed. But that didn't happen the first year. I mean, it took time. And that's one of the things I'd like to reiterate again to the people that are considering doing sales. These don't necessarily start out where you show up and see what we were doing now. It was a lot of years in the making. Just doing the same thing consistently, good, and taking care of the customers, and the sale will grow. So
I remember the very first sale, GNTLA sale that I went to. Like you said, very few trailers, but everything was done on hay bale as well.
Mhm.
Remember you and the pedigree reader were up on hay bales. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah, it started out as a real like grassroots type thing. And then what you do is you see what your region is looking for, and you just continue building upon it. And that's what I said. I mean, a lot of times I think people jump in, they're like, hey, we're going to reinvent this regional sale and make it so over the top. And what they do is burn themselves out. Try to go too elaborate right away. Just get the basics down first and go from there. And that's kind of been the story of the way we've done things. We kind of copied the East Coast. I mean, Ann and they've been running the Cherry Blossom, and before that, the Babington, all the different sales that they ran out there, but they consistently do a good job with it. And I think that's what people look for, are the sales that are consistently there year after year, turning in good results. The consignments get better, the cattle get better, everything, the crowd gets better as you do it consistently year after year. So,
Well, now that you've been having this sale for 10 years, have you figured out what category of animal tends to sell better at your sale?
well, I mean, it honestly, it always comes down to quality, obviously. Um, the the bigger, well-bred, colorful animals, I mean, Luke hit on it a little bit. Buy what you like to buy. I mean, don't let everybody else tell you what you should be raising. You raise what's comfortable to you. I've seen this market go from white bighorn cows to black cows to red and white cows to color. Color always plays a major contributing factor in it. Eye appeal. Let's face it. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons we're all in the Longhorn business. It's the eye appeal of the animal. That's what really draws the most attention. Don't get me wrong. Pedigree is extremely important. Good structure, good conformation, a cow that milks, all that stuff's really important. But I tell you what, old Tyson Leonard said, listen here, color and horn sell. And he was absolutely right 100 years ago. Tyson always said that. And if you look back over the years, end of the day, I mean, that always is consistent. Other trends go up and down, but that one kind of seems to stick around the best that I've found. So,
Well, I didn't know with you all being in Wisconsin if like the bigger cows sell better or if the heifers sell better. We've seen that the heifers in other areas of the U.S. sell great. I didn't know if that same thing kind of happened in Wisconsin.
heifers consistently over the last several years since the Futurity thing really took off. Heifers obviously are always a hot commodity. People love buying heifers. It's the dream. It's the ultimate dreams. We all like to buy them and see what they're going to develop into. We've sold some really good, solid, consistent cows. The market's always been, 10 years old. Once they hit the 10-year-old mark, gets a little bit tougher. They got to be really special if you want them to ring a bell past 10 years. But good, solid cows. Obviously, one of the big concerns in our region is breeding dates, which does make it a little bit challenging once in a while for our Texas people. Luke learned real early on out about buying cows in Wisconsin that calve in January and February. Not a really good idea.
Not a good time.
No matter what kind of facility you have, it's never good. So that's kind of a factor in what we sell. But big, solid cows, yeah, obviously they always sell.
So if somebody is thinking about going to your sale this year, what are some things that they should know before they show up? Drop off Feed, water,
Oh,
paperwork,
yeah.
loadout.
Okay. Yeah. Paperwork, obviously, let's hit on that just a little bit. First of all, Wisconsin, we've had our fair share of visits with the state veterinarians. Um, the biggest thing, they're pretty good to deal with. The biggest thing, and I'm not picking on my Michigan friends and my Texas friends, but Wisconsin is just hell bent that Michigan and Texas has to have TB. Show cattle, everything. They have to be TB tested. Um, the ongoing controversy talk about the screwworm type stuff. Wisconsin is going to be putting something into play as far as is screwworm. It's not a per se restriction, but what it's going to be is like a signed statement from a veterinarian that the animals are clear and free of any type of screwworm. No real testing for that. We're still kind of waiting. They said they're going to implement it this month sometime, but we still haven't seen anything, no forms or anything. So we'll try and keep everybody up to date if there's anything special. And that would obviously just refer to the Texas cattle. Other than that, I mean, yeah, definitely make sure you got your paperwork. Everybody else, CVIs is required and RFID tags and everything. Calves, everything need to be done. Texas, Michigan people, calves have to be TB also. So that's the big thing on the paperwork side of it. Make sure you get that to us, have it. We got to have that when you unload it because we have been checked before by the state. So, don't put us in a bad position. Please bring that along. And if you don't have it, electronically get it sent to us as soon as you can. Far as feed, water, we provide the hay, water for everything. Futurity and the sale cattle will be all taken care of. That's all there waiting for you. When you get there, the bucket should be filled up. Theoretically, if Luke gets there early enough or he doesn't go out too late on Tuesday night. That type of stuff will be all ready for you. Load in. We've got some cattle coming in early. If you are coming in early, please reach out to us ahead of time. Don't surprise us. We're set up. We can handle it, but we just need to know if they're coming in early. And as far as load out, ideally, we like to have everybody loaded out Sunday morning by 10 o'clock and out of the way. And Luke's ready to go home then. And don't worry, Luke will be there with no sleeves on, guaranteed. Chase will be happy to see him, his feral little Luke. But as far as that, we'll try and make it as accommodating as we can for y'all. We'll take care of your cattle as best we can. We've got a great crew, and they'll make sure it gets done.
Well, let's talk about the schedule of events. Tell us about Thursday.
Thursday, Luke, you're going to be taking cattle at 5 a.m. in the morning? No, whenever you get there Thursday, we'll be unloading. Yep. All day Thursday, we'll be unloading. Thursday evening, my good friend's going to be we're doing a pig roast. So we're going to have the pig on the spit, the whole thing. He's like, should I cut it up in Escos and bring it? I said, absolutely not. We're going to dissect that pig right there. Jamie, being from Iowa, gets to cut the first piece of pig off. The whole pig with the apple in the mouth and that. And we'll have some other food in that. That'll be starting at like 5:30, 6 o'clock running Thursday night. So when you get there, definitely hang around. We'll have the beer trailer will be open and ready to rock and roll, and soda and waters and pork. And it doesn't get much better than that now, does it?
So that's Thursday. Luke, how about Friday? Can you run us through what happens on Friday?
Yeah, Friday, we got the Futurity starting at what time, Dan?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. We got 160 entries. Judges are all lined up. After Futurity, we'll have a little bit of a gap there, and then we're going to be loading up some buses.
Not much of a gap.
Not
much of a gap we're not going to have. So what we're going to be doing then is we're heading to Lambeau Friday night. So we've got 3 buses running. We're going to have 2 coach buses. We're going to have one picking up at North Star Casino. One's going to pick up at the ranch. And then the other one's going to pick up at Captain's Cove. We're going to have a bus up there for all of the gang that's staying up at the Cove. We're trying to get out of there. I need to get us down to Lambeau Field by 5:30, 5:45. So once the Futurity's done, I'm like, guys, you're going to have to get ready to rock and roll. So we're going to move through the Futurity pretty good. We're going to get everybody loaded up, bus down there. We're shooting to be down there 5:30 to 5:45 is the schedule. We're starting some Lambeau tours. We're going to do a couple of tours. There's 35 person per tour. We're going to do 2 tours before dinner. So we're having dinner at like approximately 7:00, and we're going to do the dinner and awards at 7:00. We're going to be in the champions box overlooking Lambeau Field. So we're going to do the tours before, and then we're going to do some tours after dinner and awards. Timeline on leaving there by 9:30. We should be packed up and we'll be heading out. George Wartzbaugh G&A Country Club is our big bar sponsor, and George wanted to make sure we did some drink tickets and that at Lambeau Field. So we got some cool George and Annie tickets made up, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be something a little bit different. I don't think anybody in the industry has done this where we've done it in like a professional stadium or whatever. So it should be good. It should be a lot of fun.
So those buses that are picking people up from the casino, Captain's Cove, and then from the ranch, what time do people need to be at those locations to ride the bus?
Let me take a look. I've got the timeline from them. 4:30, I believe we're loading and heading out.
From all 3 locations?
Yeah. Yep.
Who are the judges this year?
We've got a great lineup of judges. So we've got Ken Morris and Kendall Morris. The Morrises, if you don't know them, they're from North Carolina, Chaos Cattle Company. They're part of the Carolina cartel. They've been in the industry a long time. Ken and his daughter Kendall are both going to judge. She's a very good young cattle lady. She does understand pedigree cattle. Going to do a great job judging. Weston Sedlacek is going to be judging, Joe's oldest or second oldest son. So how we came to that is he's just a teenage judge, but he has judged several futurities now alongside of the adult judges, and he's always been right on the money. He's won every one of them. So last year when we had him do the youth judging and he was the winner, we said the winner would be one of our judges this year. So we've got him. Then we definitely have Colin Wyatt. Colin and his family from Diamond B. Everybody knows Diamond B is going to be up. They've got some sale consignments, and he's going to be one of our judges. And our 5th judge, since Mike Willinger is in Brazil, who better than Mike Teal to be our 5th judge? So Mike was obviously everybody knows him as the preacher man. One of my original founders of the sale, been involved in it for a long, long time. Decided after he retired, step back a little bit out to cattle for a while here, but excellent cattle man. He's been in cattle his entire life. He's shown dairy cattle, beef cattle throughout the country, and just I think a really good, solid judge. And he's been away from it just a little bit, so there's no preconceived notions or anything. Doesn't really know all of the cattle that have been showing this year. So I think he's a really good choice for a judge too. So those are the judges.
So on Friday, the futurity starts at 10. You'll go through the futurity. The buses leave at 4:30 to head to Lambeau Field, and then dinner and awards will start roughly around 7, correct?
Correct. Yeah, when we get done with the dinner and awards, then we're going to do a couple more Lambeau tours. And in between, we'll have, if you want to go down to the Packers Pro Shop or anything like that, we'll have some guides there to take you down there to spend some money in Wisconsin at the Packer Pro Shop. Everybody's a Packer fan deep down. You know that, right?
That's not true.
There'll be no Bears stuff allowed. Got it?
No guarantees there. But let's talk about Saturday.
No guarantees.
Yeah. So, Luke, your girls have participated in the Little Cheesers show. You want to talk about the Little Cheesers show and what that, means to your family?
Sure. So Little Cheesers show, it's a youth show. I forget what the age range is. It's sponsored by The Source, which they're heavily involved. Ryan and Devin Culpepper heavily involved in youth showing. They're great. They go out there and kind of guide the youth around of what improvements or what changes they could be doing and what they're doing to excel their cattle. But then after that, they kind of judge them while the kids are walking their cattle around, and they give out awards after for that.
If they want to be involved, what's the deadline to be involved in their show?
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, there's really no deadlines.
Yeah, if there's one halter trained, they can grab another pen and run in there with it. I know Am and Ellie bring in a couple extra halter trained animals. So if there's any other youth that want to be involved, they said they'd be willing to help the kids out.
Okay. while we're still talking about it, let's go back to the busing. So, all right, here's what their game plan is. Yeah, we want to depart from North Star. They're trying to depart at about 4:00. So probably 4:15-ish by the time we leave North Star. The ranch is 4:23. So, and then the other bus up in the Cove, we'll have them up there about the same time, 4:15. So we're going to have to roll through the Futurity. We're going to keep it moving. Probably not take much of a break, get it that done. So we at least have a little bit of an hour gap before bus time. So
instead of 4:30 meeting at the 3 locations, plan on meeting at 4:00.
4:15
at the location.
Yeah, 4:00.
So you can
4:00 would be a good idea, Jamie.
Okay, so
that'll give us time. We'll have drinks and stuff on the bus, so it'll be.
So then the Little Cheesers show starts at 9 a.m. I think you always have lunch the day before the sale.
We do. So Captain's Cove, I know everybody's a little bit butthurt we're not doing the fish fry, okay? But I'm going to make it up to you. We are doing cheese curds and stuff on Saturday morning. I tell them usually have that ready by about 10:30. So we get a nice little break. We'll have lunch after the Little Cheesers. This year, we don't have to do the awards. We do have something kind of special that we're doing. The local Skills USA kids from the Gresham school here in the tech ed department made a Longhorn bench that we're going to be selling. And what the money goes towards is, if you don't know what Skills USA is, it's more tech-driven type competitions that these kids compete in all over the state of Wisconsin. And there's like a national event in that, and it's welding, plumbing, electrical, building. It's all kind of trades type stuff. And the money will be going towards them for travel expenses and stuff to get to all these cool events. So they're going to be there with the bench. It's kind of a special Longhorn bench that was made. And I went out of the way to they first came up with a Longhorn cow to put on it. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't like that one. So we came back and I give them a picture. So Chris Hessing, if you're listening, or Ryan Culpepper, it's going to be Horseshoe J Journey that's actually on the bench. I mean, probably one of the most iconic, cool-looking cows in the industry. So you'll have an opportunity to buy it, donate it back, take it home, whatever you want to do. It's going to help these kids out. It's a really good program, the Skills USA. They really focus on the trades and stuff, which I think we all need. So that we're going to be doing, and then we'll go into the sale at noon.
So who are the sale day contacts, should someone have questions?
Hired hand, Luke. Luke's sitting there. He'll have his best cutoff T-shirt on. We always say Joe, but he never answers his phone. Me and Chase are there available too. If you need anything, contact one of us. We certainly, get a look out, get some eyes on them or whatever you need.
So. We can't forget about Allie, the one that keeps everyone organized.
Allie. Yeah, Allie, we do keep Allie a little bit busy with this event. So call Allie. What the heck?
So, Luke, it seems you always put together a crew for the cattle handling. Are you doing that again this year?
Yep, you bet. Ammon's going to be running the ring, and the back crew is going to acquire a bunch of his family, his sister-in-law, his father-in-law, his daughters. So we'll have a good back crew, keep everything moving smoothly like we always do.
And don't forget, we'll have rodeo.
Rodeo should be there too, yep.
Yep. He's become an icon in the industry.
What about haulers for those people who either buy online or forgot to bring a trailer with them?
We've got quite a few different haulers in there. We've got Dan Grove going back east. Cody James is coming up. So Cody will run anywhere in the continental United States. I believe Ezra is coming. I'm pretty sure Ezra's coming. Dylan's going back. Scarpa's going back to Texas. So we got Joe and them guys going back in the central states. A lot of people going back to Missouri, that direction. We definitely can get them anywhere you need them. So.
What about Jay? Is he coming from the East Coast?
Yeah, Jay is coming also from the East Coast. Jay's always got room going. So we'll get them covered. I mean, the Morrises are driving up too, so.
So I know we've talked about the both of you that are helping with the sale and Allie. Is there anybody else on the sale committee that we should give a little shout out to?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've been working on setting up. Obviously, it's always cool. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's so much fun having it on the ranch," till you have it on your own place. But we do have a good crew that comes up and helps. I've got Lauren Buss is always there for me down in. He's only a few miles away from me, so he's always here helping. AJ Melberg's always there. Luke and his dad were there. Ricky, or is it it's Jim now? We
Yeah,
call him,
Jim.
yeah, it's Jim. Jim, we're calling him now, but yeah, we've got a good crew of people. Um, Brent Solom, he's been working on the Facebook stuff a little bit and or the internet stuff. Luke's been taking care of the Facebook stuff. Allie, I mean, we've got a great team up here. A lot of other people, I don't want to miss anybody, fill in and help all weekend long with it. A lot of our association members, they donate, they do a lot of good things. It's been a real good team effort. It really is.
Well, let's talk about the sponsors. You have talked about George and Annie sponsoring. Who are some of the other people that are sponsoring this year?
Well, Luke, you got that list?
Yes, Tomey Farms, Landis Farms, Laid Back Ranch, Sundown Ranch, Hudson Longhorns, Bus Longhorns, H&B Longhorns, Commander's Place Longhorns, Pleasant Hill Longhorns, Sutton Timber and Cattle, Flatland Longhorns, Little HB Cattle Company, Hetland Longhorns, DCT Cattle, Sunhaven Farms, that's half of them, Everclear Partnership, Lonesome Pines, Rocky Meadow Longhorns, Hoosier Boys Longhorns, Diamond B Ranch, New Age Cattle Company, Lazy Dog Longhorns, Widespread Ranch, Lazy J Longhorns, G&A Country Club, Bartline Barrels, Diamond C Ranch, Casey Cattle Company, and Triple R Ranch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these sponsors that have been with us from the beginning and haven't missed. Hey, one of the truckers I've kind of probably forgot a little bit, Matt Marty probably will have heading back to Amarillo. I'm sure he'd have a little bit of room going back. But yeah, we've got and like I said, when we started out talking about building an event, a lot of these people have been with us from the beginning and been back year after year after year. So that says something about the event, that, you're doing it right if you keep, continually get these people stepping up, sponsoring. Great bunch. Can't thank them enough. Natalie and John will have can't forget about the Bloody Mary bar Saturday morning. Natalie will make sure she's actually bringing everything this year. We had a little miscommunication last year, but she's got it. When Natalie says she's going to do it, she does it. So, so we got a great bunch of sponsors. We got some new ones in there. A lot of the same ones that have been with us since the beginning of time. I mean, Lonesome Pines and Jim Lawinger and Joe and Hubble and Tom. And I mean, these guys have been with us from the beginning. We really do appreciate them. Josh, that's what makes it happen. It really is the sponsorship. It's allowing us. I mean, we've worked 10 years to get to the point where this Lambeau trip, obviously, if you figure it out, is not a cheap little trip for everybody to go on. But that's kind of what we've been building it for. I mean, this is our way of kind of paying it back a little bit to all our great sponsors and people that has, supported us through the years. We're going to spend a little bit back on them.
Well, I think you have roughly 30-ish consigners, and you mentioned all the people that have been there from the beginning of the sale. Do you have any new people this year that are consigning?
Let's see. Nicodemus did once before. I'm trying to think.
Flying U Ranch, Jimmy Broder.
Oh yeah. That's one she's real excited about coming up. Friends with Ryan and Devin Culpepper and stuff. So I think this is like her first consignment period, and she picked Wisconsin from Texas. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think who else is brand new on there. A lot of these have been sponsored before. And like I said, we do get a lot of. So generally, what we do when we are taking in consignments, we usually will reach out to our previous consigners and go with them, and then taking a few new ones as they come in. So.
Well, I could be wrong here, but Mr. Dale Hunt, I don't know that he's consigned before.
Oh, yeah. No, Dale's never been before. Him and Denny LaPointe have a partnership cow that are going to be in there. That's right. My old buddy Dale Hunt.
All right. Well, are we ready to talk about the consignments?
You're the boss. You tell us.
Awesome. First, are there any scratches or any subs?
As of now, I don't know of any. Do you, Luke?
I haven't heard any yet.
Perfect.
I have not heard any subs or scratches. So,
And then in true Jay Wachter fashion, he has an embryo in the sale as lot 1. Tell me what you know about that.
That's not just Jay. That's the Everclear partnership, actually.
Okay.
That's myself, Dan Grove, and Jay. And formerly was Chase Massoud, but he got out too early. So, yeah, lot 1. So this is not an embryo, actually. This is a live calf you're getting. The calf's not quite a year old. It's a 922 or 25. It's out of HL Heads Up, who everybody knows who Heads Up is, and our famous cow, the RC Everclear cow. Beautiful young heifer we're starting out the sale with. I think she's going to do real well. Great animal. I always like to start out strong with a nice opening consignment. So,
well, Luke, we always play a little game of catalog roulette. I will randomly pick a lot out of the sale, and then you and Dan get to tell us what you know about that lot.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, or should we have Dan go first?
Doesn't matter.
All right.
It doesn't.
All right. Trial by fire here. Lot 2, Luke. Hubble's MT Lady from Mark Hubble. What do you know?
It's out of Mama Tried CDC and Hubble's Blue Sky, which is a 20 gauge daughter. Exposed to Silent Strike, coming from Mark Hubble from Michigan. Everybody knows him, so should be a nice way to get the sale rolling. The second lot should be a good one.
The next one will be lot 9 from Tom Smith.
What makes a hired hand website different? It's powered by the same pedigree data you rely on to manage your herd.
Your animal records, photos, pedigrees, progeny, measurements, all connected, all searchable, all working for you online.
When buyers explore your site, they're not just looking at pictures. They're viewing your program through real data.
That's the advantage of a pedigree-driven website platform.
See how it works at hiredhandsoftware.com.
Luke, are you doing it? Get her done.
Go ahead, Dan. I think it's
Or is it me?
Vindicator daughter, right?
Yeah, right on.
Vindicator daughter. Tom Smith always brings good ones. So I saw her in person in Michigan a couple weeks ago, and she's a beaut. Clark.
She's a beaut. You're a Canadian, too. Anyways, hey, speaking of that, our Canadian buddies are coming, too. They're all coming on down. They sent all their Canadian smoke down here, but
yeah.
Anyways, we're still going to let them in. But yeah, Vindicator daughter of Tom, obviously a veteran breeder. Tom's been around. Everybody knows Tommy Smith. And yeah, he's hit the fence several times with these Vindicator daughters. And once again, he brings a heck of a nice Vindicator daughter for us.
Is she bred at all?
I don't know. She's earthquake. She should be bred. We'll have obviously that status once we get all the information.
Well, let's go to Indiana and we'll talk about lot 11 from Dan and Tracy Jones.
It's all you, Dan.
Luke, me or you? Okay, all right. Well, all right. The Jones boys, they've been here a few times, and we're super excited to have their support once again. A Native Legends daughter. I mean, everybody knows about Native Legends. We sold a Native Legends heifer for $145,000 this year. Amazingly, I mean, a great producing bull. And I don't know much about the dam, I'll be honest. I'm going to actually have to defer to Chase. We'll have to call Chase up and ask him about the dam. Anyways, but the good looking, flashy, great horn set, nice young heifer. That's what more do you want, Luke?
Exactly.
Okay, Luke, lot 15 from Randy Murray with New Age Cattle, Tough Trisha, FL.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
She measures 95 and some change right now. Pedigree here. Tough and Grand out of Cowboy Tough Checks. And then on the bottom side, I'm not familiar.
You see breeding on the bottom side?
Breeding on the bottom side, yep. But
yeah, She should. I don't know for sure. I believe she's calved already, or very, very close.
June of 20
And
by Cool Hand.
yeah, by
Yep.
Cool Hand Luke too. So one of our featured cows, I would say, Randy really. I was very, very excited when he sent me pictures of this cow. I'm like, this is definitely a showstopper. One of our feature cows of the sale. Big, solid. Chase was just down to his place. He walked her and he's like, what a beautiful animal. He says she's amazing. So can't wait to see her. Can't wait to see her. And hopefully she's got hopefully a little heifer calf or something bouncing around by Cool Hand Luke would be pretty awesome too. So can't wait to see that one. I think she's going to do real well.
The next one we'll talk about is lot 21 from Pleasant Hill Longhorns, Ryan Allison. I don't know if Dylan has anything to do with this, but we'll say it's from Ryan.
We can officially say Dr. DVM Allison.
20 Spices, which is Dylan and Ryan, Jamie.
Okay.
Dylan and Ryan. Okay.
Dylan did have something to do with
it. DR. Is that a Hubble's 20 gauge? So another 20 gauge daughter?
Yeah, I mean, from the pictures I've seen of the animal, once again, I mean, sweet looking young heifer. I mean, not even 2 years old yet. I don't have a current measurement or anything on her yet. She was like 50, almost a little over 53 at 20 months. So that should put her in like that, the elusive 60 at 24-month type horn measurement. Good lateral, looks like a real nice, stout heifer. Dylan's been with us, I think, since the beginning of the sales, or very, very close. Once again, appreciate those guys, and congratulations once again to our newest vet in the Longhorn world, Miss Ryan. So great consignment. Thank him a lot.
We'll go back to Indiana with this next one from Hudson Longhorns, lot 25, ECR Lovely Accord.
Yeah, once again, El Coyote bred cow, on the bottom side. Yeah, I love this cow. When we first saw pictures of her, loved the horn shape, the amount of rolling horn, the breeding on her. She's got the done breeding on the top side. Just, I think, a real showstopper cow. And I think anybody would love to have in her herd. Those El Coyote cows are historically big, strong, stout, well-walking cows. I think this is one of our featured consignments also. Everybody always says this every sale. They're like, well, this is the best lineup we've had. 100%. I hate saying that cliche line, but when I looked at the overall catalog, once we started putting it together, I'm like, we have got by far the best lineup of cattle from top to bottom that we've ever had. I'm really excited about this sale. Got some great young calves. We got some great older cows. This is going to be fun.
Lot 32 is next from Tomei Farms from Mike and Jamie.
You got it, Luke, or me?
You're on a roll, Dan.
I'm on a roll. Am I on a roll? Texas Katrina. Okay. So, somebody might notice, because I had somebody mention it. It's like, hey, that cow, wasn't she consigned somewhere else? She was, and she ended up getting scratched due to nothing of her fault or whatever. But this is another really, these tuxedos, if you have watched the Futurity world the last couple of years, Mike and Jamie have done an amazing job in competing and stuff with these tuxedo babies. And then it's got the kip up on the bottom side, which just adds to even more big, great brindle looking cow. Ton of horn on her, just a young cow. This is only a 4-year-old cow. From the pictures and everything, you look at her, and I've seen her in person quite a few times at Futurities and that's a heck of a consignment. Mike and Jamie have been with us since the beginning, our original sale and stuff. Been great supporters of us, and man, just really good people, and raised some really good cattle. So I think, once again, another cow that can really elevate just about any program out there.
Ken Morris is the next consigner we'll talk about with lot 36, KCCI Brittany.
If you're raising Texas Longhorns in the northern U.S. or thinking about getting started, the Great Northern Texas Longhorn Association is a community that you'll want to know.
Founded in 1994 by breeders who want to spread the word about the Texas Longhorn in Wisconsin, the GNTLA stays active through ranch meetings, events, and year-round communication with members.
Their volunteer work has taken the breed to horse fairs, ag events, and county shows, helping to introduce Longhorns to new audiences across the region.
And today, their Great Northern Longhorn Classic and Cheesehead Futurity, held in Gresham, Wisconsin, brings in new breeders every year, many purchasing their very first Longhorn through this growing event.
If you want to connect, learn, and be a part of a welcoming Longhorn community, visit gntla.net.
Yeah, this is another long. I guess I'm on a roll, huh, Luke? I just talk a lot, maybe. This is another one that you may have noticed. We originally had her consigned to the bluegrass sale, and unfortunately, she came up with ringworm right before the sale. And Ken's like, I don't. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I get it. You don't want to bring her, whatever. Heifer, I really liked. I picked out. He really didn't want to sell her, and I picked her out back then. And then he's like, well, I don't know. And I said, do me a favor, please let me put her in the Wisconsin sale. And I got him to agree to that. And I'm like, well, as long as you're putting her in the sale, you might as well come up and judge too. What do you say? So it all worked out. Really happy to have her in the sale. The KCCI, I mean, like I said, it's the Chaos Cattle Company, part of the Carolina cartel. Those boys out there have been raising Longhorns for a long time and really know how to get it done. I mean, you'll see a lot of cowboy catch-it checks. They were partners on Cowboy Catchy Checks out there for quite a few years. And he always produced some great females. Another fine example of what he's produced over the years. Beautiful brindling in the face, just a nice young, not two until November. So, I mean, this heifer's on her way of doing some great things. So looking forward to this one too.
So we'll stay on the East Coast for this next one, and this might be their first time consigning to the Wisconsin sale too. Rocky Meadow Longhorns, Lot 44, First Lady.
Yeah, it is. This first time Ryan consigned to our Wisconsin sale and stuff. So he stepped up. We picked out two really nice heifers out of his herd. This First Lady, I really like, a Vindicator daughter and stuff like that. He's at first, when we started looking at consignments of his stuff, and he's like, well, she goes up a little bit. I said, yeah, but you take a look at how they're going. And now, just in a few short months, she's starting to lay back down a little bit on her horn growth. This is going to be a big time. If you look down on the bottom, that Tough Hillary was a hell of a producing cow. And bred to, this is a Vindicator on the top side. I'm like, what a nice package. I'm like, the animal, she's got a little ways to go before she fully develops. I mean, this is going to be a big horn, big time cow, great producer for a lot of years. And like I said, that horn set is starting to, you got to get that up action to get that roll out. So I think this is going to be a great young cow for somebody. Hopefully me. There you go. Or Luke.
Lot 49 from Flying U Ranch, Flying U Blue Angel.
Right. This is Amy Broder. Okay. So this is Ryan and Devin's friend. And at the last minute, he's like, hey, I mean, she's never consigned anywhere. She's super excited to come to Wisconsin. Do you think we could get a consignment? I'm like, well, yeah, let's do it. So she put in this beautiful little heifer, and, goes back with drag iron and stuff on the bottom side. We're really excited to have Amy make the trip up to visit us. And, yeah, it's a great little heifer. She's not even a year yet. She'll be a year in November. So I feel like we got a good bunch of something for everybody. And no doubt, I think she's going to do great.
And the last one we'll talk about today is Lot 50 from Dave and Sheila Hoving, SDR, Notorious Alpha. Yeah, tell us what you know.
Luke, you want to take this one? If you haven't, Dave has been around forever.
Yeah,
and
I haven't seen Dave for a couple years, but he's making his way back.
He's going to be back.
On the top, you have Cyril Browser's Notorious, which is a cut and dried son out of the famous Jamaicisms Alfie. And on the bottom, you got Hubble's Long Range, which came out of Was that Catch It and the famous Rio Glory, correct, Dan?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's a pretty stacked pedigree there and beautiful brindle heifer. And Dave always brings a good one. So
Yeah, you don't see Dave out and about quite as much. He said he's spending a lot more time with the grandkids and stuff and enjoying that. But he does love to come to Wisconsin and support us. And I tell you what, when Dave comes to town, he brings them. I mean, he's got a couple really, really good consignments in here. And, this is another heifer. I can't wait to see her. I mean, I think she's pretty badass. He always brings the good ones.
And Luke, Sunday is your day. What time do people need to have the cattle out? What time would you like to go home on Sunday?
10 o'clock's our goal.
Perfect.
After that, most people will be on their own, I think. So there'll be people floating around, but usually by the time we like to head back home, and everybody's got a couple hour drive home, so it's nice to.
Not me. For once, I don't.
After a 5-day Longhorn bender, so.
Right. Hey, I want to talk about a couple more cows, Jamie.
Okay.
Like it or not, you're going to hear about it. So one of our old buddies there, he's been not as active in the Longhorns in the last couple of years because he's been traveling the world. He's been too busy in Africa hunting all the time. Dick Lowe, he's got, and like I said, and he's going to give me hell for putting his cow last in the sale, but there's a reason. That cow, that Triple R Lot 51, Miss Vinnie's girl, beautiful. I mean, he put in two really, really good cows. And I mean, somebody's always got to be first, somebody's got to be last. I like to start strong, and I also like to finish strong in a sale. And I mean, I believe this is probably one of the best cows in the sale is Lot 51. She's another Vindicator. So we're getting a lot of that Michigan influence Vindicator stuff. And then the Triple R breeding on the bottom side with the Rio's Edge and stuff. This is a big time, young cow that don't overlook. I mean, we put her at the end specifically for a reason. I think she's a showstopper cow, don't you think, Luke? Can't wait to see her in person. His other consignment, too, is great. Tom Smith has got some great cows in the sale, like always. Diamond B, this first time we're getting Colin up here to Wisconsin, and he put in some really nice young heifers, too. So I'm trying to give everybody a little bit of love. Josh Shaw, he's been with us supporting. He's got some great animals in the sale. So
Lot 19, Dan.
Okay. Lot 19? Yeah. So, Luke's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we're trying to hit everybody, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on a couple of those.
Well, is there anything else that we have not talked about the weekend that you want to make sure people are aware of?
I think we pretty well beat this horse a little bit, but just try to, thank everybody for all their support over the last 10 years. It's been great. Pretty amazing that we pull this off all the way up here in Wisconsin. And then turns out every year we have a bigger and bigger crowd every year. So other than that, I mean, it's going to be a good time. I think it starts out Thursday night. It's going to be a long weekend. I'll be honestly glad with Sunday afternoons here, but it's a lot of fun. It's, we talked about advice to other people putting them on. It is a lot of work. I mean, if you're going to go into it with the idea that you think you're just going to kind of sit back and it's going to happen, it doesn't quite work like that. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So I'm proud of our crew that helps put this thing on, and it's been good. So can't wait to see everybody up here.
Well, thanks for joining us. We can't wait to see you and everyone else at the Great Northern Classic. Make sure to check out the consignments ahead of sale day and follow us for more updates. Until next time.